Okay, so I totally did not do this totally right. Hi everybody, hi. Hello, I clearly have not streamed in a while because, yeah, I was running into all the technical issues. But anyway, we're gonna start streaming soon. I think I'm actually live now. And hopefully stuff isn't all screwed up with what I've been trying to fix. So, yeah, I don't know. I know stuff with my stream is being kind of weird, so if I, like, have to fix stuff, then that's what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna jump back to my soon screen for a second until we actually start, but yeah, now my stream's actually going, so we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah.
All right,
I think so.
beautiful. Beautiful. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. I'm excited for this table. I'm excited for this story. So yeah, it's session one. There's nothing really special to throw out there, like I typically will try to do at the start of every at the start of everything. There's nothing really to throw out there outside of thank you to Baboonsky from Troll Lord Games, who's helped me with a lot of the map making, giving me resources, giving me some encounter ideas here and there. And then thank you guys to my players for being here. Y'all are greatly appreciated. And I'm excited for what we have coming in. So I'm going to move my map and my view to that. Make that go away. And with that, guys, let's jump into episode 1 of our nice little tale here. Our story begins in the world and continent known as Iyeron. Iyeron is a simple area, realm, continent, not much civilization. It's a humble grouping of folks. The year is 937 AC, which stands for After Calamity. The Calamity itself was a event of chaos, of lawless, of war and squabble and reformation. Nearly 1,000 years since the end of the Calamity, Iyeron is together. Or at least for the most part it is. Her lands carry beautiful snow-capped mountains to the north, to the realm of Mordulas. To the south of it has some southern hills. It carries swamps and grasslands and rolling hills through most of the land, making it suitable for simple, easy life. With the scattering of mostly small towns and villages, there are a couple of cities that have been able to congeal and populate following the wars and destruction of the Calamity. However, the people are still poor. They work hard. They lead simple, easy lives. Adventuring is not really a popular career path for many in this realm. Most folks who are adventurers often seek to find legend and either find their demise or they find nothing, as it were.
Okay.
While most stick to trade work of farms, blacksmithing, some are guards for cities, others have somehow found a way to make a living and have become part of the upper echelon of nobility in certain cities. There always is in the back of the mind the events of the calamity, and how can the people work to avoid the death and destruction that they brought upon themselves during that time. Not to mention the assault from the dragons. See, the calamity in its events was the last known sighting of any types of dragons, and several wild creatures, and even some races that worshipped the ancient beings. Thought to have been eliminated. There were some adventuring groups who set out, and shortly after the battles and the rage and the conflict finally had come to an end, unifying the will of Iyeron, one man at this time took hold, and he settled the capital of Iyeron, known as Brynwood, converted it, made it his own, began to bring peace area by area, person by person, to all of Iyeron. Now, nearly a millennia following all of these events, Iyeron is beginning to have a rift. It is East versus West, Hatfields versus McCoys, North versus South almost, in almost Civil War epic proportions. The lands of Iyeron have found themselves beginning to rift over religious views. The Eastern have begun to worship newer deities, focusing on specific aspects of life, gods of farming, of blacksmithing, of what role they have to seek just a little bit more of comfort in their lives. To the far east, beyond the cities of Afine and Mardonis, lie what is known as the Wildlands, an area of undiscovered, unsettled, unprecedented territory where unknown adventure and terror are believed to exist. To the west, you have the old-time religions, your traditional gods, your traditional beliefs, and they want to hold on to that because that is what has kept peace in their minds for all this time. However, farther east, to play in Sentil, even they have areas known as the Wildlands. Again, uncharted, unfamiliar territory. Unknown. Wild creatures have stayed at bay with both of these areas, but guards on both tend to stay on edge just in case, because of great fear of the unknown. But our story starts neither east nor west today. Our story starts in the middle, in a humble little city called Sarkonis. Sarkonis has always been the midway point of the city of Iyeron. It was always a stopping place and rest for traveling merchants and people looking to trade or to move or to conduct other businesses in other towns. See, Sarkonis started almost about 800 years ago or so now as just a resting point, and has turned into a town where trade can happen along the way, where people can stay and rest for longer than a day before continuing on. With the issues between Eastern Iyeron and Western Iyeron, Sarkonis, unfortunately, is not immune to this, as the city of Sarkonis is actually right in the middle and as the middle town has ultimately succumbed to an east versus west split. This humble town is filled with simple, easy buildings of mostly stone, thatch, wood. Has a slum. No real castle, large buildings. It has a couple of nobles. But outside of that, it's mostly traffic through one end and out the other. It has one main route through the town, a couple of side roads. Nothing special. And our tale begins with a caravan traveling on its way from Mardonis through Sarkonis to the city of Hearthholm. See, this caravan in Mardonis has come across unique animals from the wildlands, from beyond the known settlement, as well as some other goods. A couple of humble merchants are bringing this caravan through the city of Sarkonis. And the head merchant has asked one particular paladin to help be the guard for this city. Or not for this city, but for this caravan. And with that, Elsula, I'd like for you to introduce your character to us.
Okay, I'm playing Elsula Valkian, the paladin, and I've, got some heavy armor. I like to use axe and shield and a halberd. Yeah. I definitely nothing suspicious about me or anything. I'm just a good paladin. Everything, it's all good.
All right. Also, in this caravan is a peculiar creature never seen before.
Nothing suspicious about my character.
They have caged what many would know as a kenku. It's a rare bird. Very few have been found. Those that have been found are often considered as exotic. But in a cage there is a kenku, another cage is apparently Dick's, according to Smoke Jam. For some reason, my sound with bits has decided to not play. I don't know why. But in that cage is a very peculiar owl-looking creature. And with that, Doc, I would like for you to introduce your character to us, please.
All right, you see a very small 2'3" snow white owl wearing white robes with black accents. He's kind of confused, not sure what's going on. His head just keeps bobbing around, spinning around, seeing what's around him. He does not seem to be carrying very many possessions. Obviously in the cage he has no weapons, but he just kind of is looking around, confused.
All right. So, with that in mind, the caravan currently between the cities of Carthage and Sarkonis, slowly making its way. And outside of you two, there are two other humanoid individuals, robed, clearly human. One stands about 5'9", has a bit of a beard. The other is standing about 6'1", very skinny, very timid appearance with that. And as they go, you guys hear the leader of the caravan. I'm gonna turn that back on. Sorry, I needed some background music for everyone. And as you go, you hear the caravan leader. We're coming up to Sarkonis soon. Is there anything you be needing while we're here, Missy? He looks over to you, Elsula.
No, I'm totally good.
Okay. So Sarkonis is our last stop. Depending on how quick we can get in, we might be able to just stay on the side of the road between them and Hearthholm and make Hearthholm in the morning. Depending on how the guards go. I take it, have you ever been this far east or west? Young miss.
I have not.
So Sarkonis' guards are a little weird. They like to search and they act all high and mighty. But they should pose no problem. It's not the first time they've had exotics, as he looks to you, Kovac, come through. So we should have no trouble. Then the other individual is just silent and kind of leading one of the carts along the path. You could tell the pace begins to pick up a little bit, and he looks back and, you, Albert, who are you? Do you even speak?
Ooh, yeah, I speak. Ooh, I'm Kovac. Ooh.
Where are you from?
Way off in the mountains. Ooh, I trained, or I was in a monastery.
A monastery in the mountains? No, don't be silly. There's no monastery in the mountains. I've been there dozens of times looking for creatures like you. Where did you really come from?
Ooh, the monastery.
You have a sense of humor, bird. You'll make a fine price in the market for sure. And with that, you guys approach Sarkonis. It's not an elegant city by any means. It's got a small wall around it. It's got a couple of towers here there. You see the guards are not really with full plate equips, but they've got plates, you know, a simple breastplate, maybe a pauldron. You could tell that a higher rank individual would probably have 2 pauldrons, maybe a cape. It seems that the more important people have more armor here, and with good reason. Sarkonis obviously has a lot to defend, and people have, well, earned their rights. Being as close to both coastlines as it is, sometimes there are pirates who try to come in from the shore, little rogue encampments that creep up every now and then along the shores to the north and to the south. And they come to Sarkonis to try to get a little bit of loot from the merchants as they come through. As you walk through, you hear the caravan leader to the other guy, "Hey, boy, do you have that one crate where it won't affect anyone?" You hear him in the background of, yes, sir. It's in the corner of one of the carts with other stuff on top of it. It shouldn't have any issue, I don't think. Ah, good. You listen to instruction. This will all go well for you when we get to the rest of the group. And as they enter, our scene transitions to the Boar's Head Tavern in the city of Sarkonis, where for this afternoon and this evening's entertainment is a humble satire bard. Interesting looking from other bards that have been in the area. But Mibu, I would like you to now introduce your character for us.
What you see is a satyr with red and green, split from the middle, long hair. She is wearing a sort of like gypsy outfit that's pink and violet colors. A few pink stones around her wrists. And she is singing about just all about love and betrayal, just a mix of her set as she goes on throughout the night.
All right. And as Mibu continues to, or as Mibu performs, for the afternoon and begins to set up. Actually, you hear a little bit of cat calling from the crowd. You know, the one or two patrons that are already there. You know, your day drinkers who, as soon as they finish work, are immediately in tavern. They don't even stop at home. They still have. You can tell this crowd very easily. They still have farm dirt on them, dirt from the mines. They haven't bothered trying to clean up or anything. They're that type of, all right, work's done. Fuck this, we're going to the bar, kind of deal. And as you see more of the more polished rabble from, chat's calling you Taylor Swift, by the way, Mibu.
Oh, lovely.
As the more refined of the rabble begin to come flooding in, among them, sitting at one of the tables by himself in one of the corners, is an orc, which is uncommon in this area, but Sarkonis has always been open to all races as long as you're not a total prick. And with that, Macman, I would like you to introduce Slag to us.
All right. Slag is a very dark green orc. He has large tusks, one which is broke off on the right-hand side. He has long, dark black hair. It's in a braid, and he carries a large warhammer. Slag's not real smart, so he keeps to himself most of the time and stays kind of quiet.
All right. Slag, having come in from a day of contract work, town often use him for strength needs, plowing fields, moving heavier objects, being an orc. He's, become kind of one of the town. And with that, we find ourselves... Stand by. Smoke, thank you for the tier 1 gift sub to Delta. Thank you also for the resub for 11 months, you legend. And at the same time as Mibu is preparing for the nightly set, and Slag is enjoying a good ale for the evening after a hard, long day of work, the same caravan that Elsula is guarding begins to find their way through the middle part of Sarkonis. And as they get to right in front of... well, right in the middle of the town, a set of 3 motions for the caravan to stop, which, they do and comply. You're right. We're gonna search your cart here. As long as you got nothing, crazily illegal or anything like that, we'll make our way through. You hear the caravan leaders, all right, take your time. We're wanting to make Hearth home by the morning. Which the guard kind of gives a puzzled look of, all right, well, if you want to be that crazy and sleep out there, get an inn, but whatever. They begin to rummage through the carts and, do their usual inspection. They look to you, Kovak, and all 3 guards kind of come around your particular cage at the moment. And they look perplexed. They've never seen you before. They've never seen an owlet. And they look and... what's this? It's just an exotic bird we caught snooping around in the east. It's gonna bring it out to make a nice little pet. Speaks a bit of common, too, with that. Gonna be a real bargain and line my pockets on top of the goods. Right. With that, give me your manifest, please. They present the manifest and they begin searching more and
Oh yeah, we're doing D&D, just
as
in time for the beginning of the whole
guards
thing.
search a couple of them. They find these crates with the peculiar marking.
Hopefully
they start to look a little bit more, and
I'm having some internet
they
issues.
find something weird, and you see a couple of them look, and you see them kind of snap back as something
know.
seems to have pierced the They're measly little gloves that are worn and obviously have seen better days. Equipment here is not exactly the finest made or best upkept due to lack of funding in the guard offices, thanks to many reasons. They look at their hands, they don't see anything visible, and look on and all right, you're gonna be on your way now. And one of the guards looks back and, boss man, I feel. Ooh, and he falls out right there next to your crate, actually, Kovac. Do either you or Elsula do anything?
Well, what happened? You kind of cut out when you said. What? For
Oh,
me?
I'm sorry. One of the guards kind of got woozy next to the animal crates, and I don't feel good, and he collapses down on the ground, right next to Kovac's cage, probably right about there, and seems to be unresponsive.
Are you? Go ahead.
I'm just gonna look and just be like, oh no, whatever could have happened, and then kind of, be back on to what I was doing.
Okay. So the other two guards kind of rush to him, and they look and, oh, what do you got in these crates? To which the caravan driver looks and, what do you mean he's dead?
Wow.
I ain't got nothing in these crates but some exotic animals and some herbs. Nothing crazy. I've handled them myself.
So far. Nice.
So with that, the other two guards tried to draw their swords, but one passes out right about here, and the other manages to get a sword out and start chasing the caravan driver, but gets to about here, and he falls over from exhaustion or whatever. This unknown ailment. To which you hear the slave, well, I'll call him a slave driver, the caravan leader begin to just look at the bodies and, they weren't supposed to get involved like this. To a cry and shame, they're gonna have to come with us. I can't have anybody seeing this. And with that, the guard that fell out here, as people are beginning to kind of clamor and look over at the guards falling over, and you hear the caravan drivers, oh, nothing's wrong, they're passed out. I'll get them over to the guardhouse. Nothing too big. And as that happens, you see that guard begin to stand back up, but this time a blank, lifeless expression is in his eyes, glazed over in pure white. Actually, milky white.
Oh yeah, our DM's pretty awesome.
Use your
he's been playing quite a bit of Dungeons and Dragons, so
as it is evident that this individual is no longer himself.
Okay.
You see the flesh in his body begin to just break down a little bit as he looks at the Kenku that's first caged. He runs over to it and begins to break the cage open.
Oh.
And he does so pretty easily. He's got a good amount of strength. The Kenku quickly kicks him off, and you see this thing just haul ass south and not even ask questions. With that, Elsula and Kovac, I would like for both of you to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Okay. I have to find that. Can I do that?
Oh shit, first encounter!
Yeah.
All I got is a black screen, is it?
You'll get that. I have dynamic lighting on.
Okay.
When your character, when your token gets on, it'll.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I wasn't going to say that. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So.
But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good tonight. I know I'm kind of quiet.
Pull up my
'cause,
turn order thing.
It's a bit of a different stream.
Sort of
but...
descending. All right. Actually, Kovak and Elsula, make sure that you guys have your tokens selected next time you roll initiative. I forgot to tell you all that, but I'll go ahead and manually plug them in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. With the initiative tracker, you just have to have your token selected and then just roll the initiative.
Okay.
And then you should be able to just click the initiative button in your character sheet and it'll auto roll it for you.
Do I have my character sheet out? I don't think I even have.
All right.
Should probably get that out. Wherever that's at.
Kovak rolled the highest out of everyone. You are still in your cage. You see the zombie beginning to tear down the cage of the Kenku. You see the Kenku nimbly get pie very easily, as if he had a very high monk-like agility, and just haul out of there, not even bothered by the fact that you guys are left behind. What would you like to do?
What is the cage made out of?
The cage is made of iron.
Yes, first
it looks to be pretty solid wrought iron. It's definitely worn. It's not new. It's definitely seen its fair share of creatures or people or both. But looks to be extremely sturdy.
Alright, I'm going to hold an attack action for when it gets closer to punch it. Because I really can't do anything else.
Yep, now the material, the barring, is small enough that your hand can't go through it in a fist form. So would you rather hold your action for if the cage breaks open?
Yes.
Okay, we can do that. Elsula, you're up. What do you do? You see this guard kind of fall down, come back up lifeless. You see his skin begin to immediately deteriorate. He breaks open this cage, and out goes one of the, out goes the Kenku that you've been helping to escort.
I think I'm going to go after the Kensku.
You're gonna go after the Kenku?
Well, I mean, we lost him, right?
Yeah, but there is this weird humanoid disintegrating thing right in front of you that's tearing apart your carts.
Oh, okay, never mind.
If you want to yeah, it's
see.
it's very evident that this lifeless guard has come back to life all of a sudden and is now brainlessly going after anything living.
Okay, yeah, I'll just I'll attack it.
Okay. So you'll start first with your movement and move up to it. So that's 5, 10, 15. That's 20 feet. You got plenty. And how do you attack it?
I'll use the halberd.
Use your halberd. All right. I was just talking about this on stream last week. All right. Go ahead and roll your to hit.
Let's see. Do I need to select my token for that too, or?
No.
Okay. Did that do it?
All right, a 12. Yep. Yep. So 12 will hit. There should be a damage thing on your character sheet. Hang on. Let me take a peek-see here. Yeah. So with your halberd, you can actually just click it in the thing, and it will auto roll. Which I don't know why you're set to advantage, but you are.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 will still hit, and then all you have to do is... hang on. Something is not right with the code on this. Damage 1d10, okay. Oh, and then you just click the halberd underneath it, so I'll go ahead and click that. And it will automatically roll your damage in the second half.
Okay.
So, 12 slashing damage. I'm gonna have to figure out why... Oh, advantage toggle, there we go. Fixed.
Okay, cool.
It's all good, Smoke. I know you're drinking, bud. It's all good. I'm gonna get a beer here in a minute. All right, so 12 slashing damage to the zombie as you take your halberd, and you just cleave from up top right to down bottom left. You cleave into this thing, and you pull your might into it, even moving your hips. You feel that it's a very good swing from what your teachers have taught you prior, and you've seen just a chunk of this thing come flying open. You hear, as it kind of flops back on top of itself. You actually see a bit of living tendrils begin to come out as if they were maggots or something in its flesh. You could tell it did a very solid hit, but God, is it disgusting. Are you going to do anything else? You still have a bonus action. You still have some movement. What would you like to do? Or is that going to be your turn?
It's only the one of them, right?
Yes, it's the one. The other two guards are still passed out. But yeah, only the one is up right now.
Okay, I guess the only other thing I'd be doing is trying to secure the cage.
Okay. And as your turn ends, you notice that people are around are like, oh my God, what's going on? And there's a commotion stirring all the way around. And with that, Mibu and Slag, you both hear this commotion coming from outside of crashing and screaming and wailing.
Go back to chat. Rolls on. Oh.
And something in the back of your minds says to check it out before anything else. Slag, you're closer to the door. You get up and your instinct to find something to fight gets you out the door first.
Yeah, any tips you have for roll 20,
and
I'll take, because I'm not that familiar
your
with
short
it.
little legs pitter and patter as
So
quickly as they
thank you.
can as you both kind of make it out the door, one right after the other seemingly to run into the face of danger. As you walk out, you see one cart full of meat for the tavern for the night. The ale barrels are there. You see one guard passed out here. A commotion going on where Elsula is. There is a slave driver that's right about there. And then another guard looks to be on the ground back here, but you can't tell what's going on. With that, Mibu and Slag, I would like for you both to select your tokens and roll initiative. I have no idea what that means, Smoke. I don't know German. All right, cool. So Slag, you are actually tied with Elsula, so by default, you'll go afterwards. Since you came into the field afterwards. Mibu unfortunately rolled a 6, so yikes to start
Yes,
there.
Indeed.
That's a fat friggin' yikes there, bud.
That's a fact too, right there.
At least you don't have a negative initiative like my paladin does. Or, excuse me,
Ooh.
my cleric. Yeah, he's got a -1 in it. All right, Slag, you're up. What do you do?
I'm gonna go down and check on the passed out guy, see if he looks anything like the other one. So
Okay,
how do I move this guy?
No, you don't recognize any of them.
No, I mean I'm just gonna go down and check him. And
Oh,
see
my
if
mic was
he's,
totally off. Why?
Yep, so you just drag your character, just figure out the squares and move. There's no lock
yeah, roll
tokens like
20
Fantasy
is
Ground
pretty
here.
great. But I'm not all that familiar with it, so I'll take
Alright,
any tips I
yeah,
can.
I'm just gonna move
and
down here and
then-
check him out.
Also, I
see
asked
if
Ryan
he's
if that's what you
like a
use for
zombie.
roll 20.
All right. So you check him out, and as you walk over, you see that his helmet has fallen off, and he's looking up at you. He's actually in the process of turning and rising as he gets added to the table. Curse my mouse for auto double clicking like it does. You see him begin to look up, and you just hear as he starts to get up. You can tell he still is not fully prone, but in the process of getting up. What do you do?
I'm gonna swing on him.
I'll swing on him. All
I'm
right.
gonna come down overhand on him with my warhammer.
We'll do the thing.
Send me a YouTube channel after the session. Okay. That would be helpful.
All right. Oh, you're set for auto as well. Let me go turn that off real quick.
I've only figured out little bits here and there on my own, and I probably should have like actually found like something like that, but oh well.
Ooh, I picked
All right,
the wrong
cool.
one too. It should have been two-handed. Ring it.
Yep. Well, go ahead and roll the two-handed one then.
You just rolled 20. Oh, okay. I haven't seen any other.
All right, a 15 does hit.
I don't know if any
So get the
others
reminder of
either.
Stream Loots packs tonight, guys. We got some D&D Stream Loots cards. Go ahead and roll you some damage there, sir. All right. No, click the bottom of, or if you look in the chat where it has the Warhammer two-handed, just click the word and it'll roll the damage from there.
Okay.
There you go. 7 bludgeoning. Good hit. Good hit.
Zoom in a
If I'm in
little
the
bit
right
there, I
layer
guess.
here.
There.
All right. As you hear him just take a crack here, and he finishes getting up as you kind of see that stop. With that, he's going to immediately reach around and try to just bash you with an arm. That is not supposed to happen like that. What the why is everything auto rolling as
Oh no.
freaking advantage? It should not be doing that. Anyway.
Yeah, this is it's kind of funny, but I
right,
played a little bit over Discord, but never used.
Cool, so we're going to
Roll20.
ignore that roll because it was wonky. There we go. So he's going to slam you. It is a 5 to hit, which means it's probably going to miss. And it would have been 7 bludgeoning damage, but it's not there. So you get off scot-free as he's still trying to get up and like just do a counter swing. With that, the other zombie tries to slam El Sula. However, because part of him has been cleaved completely apart,
Okay.
he flops over, and Kovac, he knocks over your cage, and for some reason, some of the anchor points were weakened from a prior occupant, and no one had caught it. And it moves you to right about there as the cage crashes, and you just feel the thud of the impact of just wham! And the gate actually breaks off of its hinges as part of the cage breaks from its foundation as well. And you are now free, but prone on the ground. About this same time, before Mibu can start moving, the third and final guard, you hear in the back, begins to just wake up and... as he is going to join the chaos. And then at the same time, the caravan driver sees that his scrawny little apprentice was not expecting this, and in the chaos has slipped away after the Kenku.
Ah, okay. That's...
And he looked and, this is not what I was expecting. Too many people know my secrets now. I'm gonna have to kill everyone, including her. At least I'll get my money back. So with that, he
Well,
will join the chaos and get an initiative roll. Just a moment. I gotta move some windows around because of screen creep. Make sure he's on there. He is.
hold
Boom,
twice,
boom.
That's it like that, because no, just...
Oh God.
Oh, I see. Huh. Interesting.
All right. So with that, Mibu, You're up to end the turn. What are you doing?
All right. So has it just been those 4 that have been risen so far, or is that it?
So they've just risen. You see that they're still mostly human, but their skin is beginning to deteriorate. You see that El Sula over there has nearly cleaved one of them in half. And then you see this other guy with the hood looking around. You hear him kind of say that at your distance, but barely. As you see him begin to pull out what looks to be some kind of dagger.
All right. I will.
Why is my coding overloaded?
I'm going to go ahead and use. I'm going to use Mind Silver on the red hooded figure.
Okay.
Let me just get right here. Boop. He has to beat an intelligence DC of 15.
Dex save of 15. All right.
No, intelligence. My bad.
Oh, intelligence. What? Ignore that. Everything is set to auto, and it should not be set to auto, and I don't like this.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of back-end coding changes after this, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, pop you out. Oh my god, Chrome is having a conniption fit all of a sudden.
Oh no. Not great.
Hang on, reload. There we go. Advantage toggle, turn that off, pop that out. There we go. And well, all right. Yeah, he definitely does not make that as you hit him with a mind silver. So that's what, 5 psychic damage?
Yes, 5 psychic damage, and also, just for your reminder, the next time he does a saving throw, he minus 1d4.
Okay, so he loses a d4 on his next saving throw?
Yeah, but I'll remind you of that.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Are you doing anything else your turn?
And then I am going to is it okay if I see his intention, the red hooded figure? Maybe like an insight of him?
You wouldn't be able to tell from this far.
Gotcha. Then I will go and move. I'll move back a bit, about yeah, and that'll be good for me.
Technical issues is part of the authentic
Cool.
experience, yes.
All right, so we're going to go to the top of the round. Everybody's on the board. It's going to be the Cult Fanatic up first. And he's going to have his dagger. You see him just kind of wince as that Mind Sliver hits. He's going to look for where did it come from. He thinks it's you, but he knows you're too far away. And instead he's... I'm going to absolutely regret this. Forgive me. But there can be no witnesses to what my stuff can do. And with that, he's going to attack you, Elsula. He will not get advantage because he's not in the same party as the zombies. So it's technically, in my mind, not considered flanking. So he's going to swing at you with one. Does an 8 hit? Versus your AC?
No.
No, it does not. All right. Well, then he goes up and you feel something kind of pink against your arm, and he's like... And then he looks over at Kovac and... If I can't get her, I'll get you, bird. And he's gonna swing at you because he does get a multi-attack.
Oh.
Yikes!
Oh no.
This dude is either 20s or nothing. Fucking
no.
glass cannon here. So with that, that is a critical. However, he is not a named creature, which means he only gets double the damage on his initial die. So that means you're going to take 7 points of piercing damage. Kovac is... He quickly flips the dagger to a backhanded hit, and he just brings it right down into one of your short little legs.
Wow.
And then with that, that's going to be his turn. Next up, Kovac, you are up. What would you like to do?
Which race and class are you? Oh, I'm
going to stand up,
I am a half elf
which takes
paladin.
half my movement.
You know, I'll say for the sake of the fact that he hit you, it kind of brought you up to an extent. Like as he pulled up with the dagger, so you got brought up by that hit.
All right, and I am going to, I guess, punch him.
All right, do it to it. Well, the math rocks.
Math rocks. Nice. Ooh.
All right, 19 definitely hits. All right, you'll do 7 bludgeoning damage to this guy.
Yeah.
As you see, he's taken a couple of hits very quickly. One from the Mind Sliver, and that you see he's starting to get a little bit of blood coming out of his nose.
Ooh.
Health bars are they're above each token.
Casting kobolds. Nice. My last character was a kobold
I'm
artificer.
I'm going to do a bonus action and punch him again.
All right, bonus action level 1. Do it again. Let's roll. Is that a natty?
Ooh.
That's a dirty
No.
20.
Nope, that's a
Oh.
dirty 20.
Oh.
All right. Dirty 20, roll some damage. God, +7 to start. That's just yikes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Fucking monks, dude. Monks do
Yeah.
monk shit. All right, as you continue to hit him, you see that more blood is coming out. He's now got some blood forming in his mouth where he just looks... He's starting to breathe a bit heavier. You could tell that you hit him pretty hard in some softer spots. He seems to look tough, but is maybe not super muscular.
I want to play an artificer. But
What else would you like to do, sir?
Nice. Yeah, they're pretty fun. I was really enjoying that one.
Just so I don't stay out of his range, or just so I don't like get an opportunity attack, because I'm like super almost dead.
I only got
I'm just going to
I didn't get to play
just
that
on
one as
more
much
eye
as I'd
level
have
with him,
liked
just flap
because
up like a foot or two, so I'm like
that-
in his face.
that group fizzled
His
out,
face? All right.
unfortunately, and I had just
Can
gotten
definitely
a bunch of fun
be
stuff,
done.
so
I
I wish that I was able to play that.
All right,
longer.
next up is going to be the zombie in the back of the cart. He's going to mindlessly wander over here, and he's still kind of in the transition point, so he's just not going to do anything.
Okay.
Next up is the zombie in front of Slag, who is going to try to slam Slag. Does an 11 hit you, sir?
Miss.
The atonement slots are also yeah, they are.
Yeah,
wait.
What happened?
yeah,
Oh.
my hotkey
Oh, okay.
kicked me out of the game.
Oh no.
Hang on, I can't hear anything.
Oh no. Can't hear anything.
Wait. Kovac, roll a d8 and heal, please, sir.
Okay.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
My hotkey was kicking me out of the game where it's web based.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. It backed me out.
Yep, does an 11 hit?
No.
All right, beautiful. Cool, that'll be its turn. El Sula, you're up. What are you doing?
Does the zombie I already attacked, look like they'd even try to attack again? 'Cause they're all kind of messed up.
Oh, I'm used to push to talk for some reason. Combat Karen, thank you so much for the raid party, dude. I appreciate it. GDF, come on in. Hello,
Nice.
welcome into D&D night. Back in the 90s, yes sir. Except 2021's or 2022's version, because that's how cool we are. So zombie in front of you looked like they tried to make an attack on you, but missed and hit the cage, which is what knocked Kovak free. It looks like it's trying to gather itself for maybe another hit, but it's not looking great at the moment.
Alright, I'm gonna try and... I'll just attack that again. Same with the halberd.
Okay, so... Alright, so you take your halberd and you do the same thing, trying to finish splitting it at 2. Roll to hit there. An 11 does connect, so go ahead and roll some damage.
Damage? Oh wait, no. How do I get the damage?
Just click the halberd word there in the chat. You know how it pulls up and shows halberd? Just click that, and it'll flip it around, make it a full card.
Oh, okay.
Do it. All right, 7 points of slashing is a solid hit. As you tear another chunk through the torso of this thing, and it looks like it is holding on by an absolute thread, almost literally, and you just see it kind of wobbling, and as it sways side to side, you just see
Wow.
it almost like a slinky at this point with its torso. And you just see dark-colored ichor coming out. You see little squirming tendrils of flesh trying to recoup and regen itself, along with what appear to be maggots coming out of it. It's pretty disgusting.
Wow.
Very nasty. Sorry, not sorry for anybody who just had dinner. Are you going to do anything else your turn? Because you are surrounded on both sides that you can tell.
Yeah, let's see.
Kovak, roll another d8 and heal, sir.
Oh, there. I can do it. I can attack again, can't I?
Do you have a bonus action to do another attack?
That I don't know.
Or do you have that at... Okay, let me check your character sheet real quick.
I know I can do
Kovak just got full
Oh.
HP from Delta. Congrats.
weapons stuff, but I don't know about that.
Let's see.
again.
I don't believe you get a second attack with a halberd, but let me just make sure we don't have anything crazy here.
Yeah.
No, you do not get a second attack or second win yet.
Okay, then that'll be my turn.
All right, perfect. Next up, Smash.
I want to go after the red-hooded person, but or red-cloaked person, but maybe we'll get there. Where did I see like the dual wield or the dual wield? Was it?
I keep forgetting what I changed my hotkey to,
Yeah.
and I dropped myself out of the game again.
Oh no.
You know what I would do? I'd find a good one like a control, and I'd let that just be like a push to mute. Personally,
I gotta go in here. I just gotta remember which one it is because my normal one moves the map all crazy. Okay. Yeah. First off, you'd like to bonus action
Learning.
rage.
I would like to rage.
All right. Do I just click the number button on the rages or?
For your rages. Yeah, so you just take away one rage. So it'll be 2 in the total, 1 down there. That
Right.
shows that you're now raged. You have to remember all of your rage stuff. Unfortunately, it does not
Right.
auto add it in like Fantasy Grounds does.
Right.
So with that, do the deed.
All right. I'm gonna double hammer straight down on him again.
2-handed Warhammer, let's go. Yeah, an 18 connects on a zombie. Roll some damage, sir. 7, nice. As you hear crack and You feel it kind of squish in as you hear as you connect him right in the shoulder and neck, right where it conjoins, and you feel like you hear bone snap, but it feels more of a squish than anything at this point. As you see more of the skin actually peel off onto your warhammer with this guy, and you see he's disintegrating and degrading very quickly, which is very unusual. Are you doing anything else?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
All right, Mibu, do the deed, shorty.
So,
Oh, hey.
sadly,
Hey, Doc
my
God, how are
chat
you doing?
wants me to cast. Is forcing me to cast something because that's my channel.
Thought I was going
And
to die.
I'm good,
Yeah,
Cass.
yeah.
Go chat.
I
It's your
kinda did
birthday.
too.
We're gonna party like it's your birthday.
Day.
Oh.
Let me just cast this. I am going to cast Prestigitation.
I love it.
Nice.
And, I am going to cast a like just pretty colors, a rainbow of sort, on top of Slag. I'm gonna see if I can
Wow.
distract the zombie.
All right.
Flag totally just gets lost looking at the colors.
Nice.
Slag really doesn't see it. All he sees is light coming from above his head to an extent.
Crap.
I'll tell you what. What would be a good check for this? Yeah, so the zombie is clearly see it try to say something, but it is very clearly distracted now by the pretty rainbow, as it's like what humanity is like trying to just enjoy its last moments. So it will definitely be distracted.
I did think it would be worth it. And then I will go ahead and move over here, and that'll do it for me.
All right, Mibu, good round, dude. You ought to know by now, with silly stuff like that, I'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah, I was just like, okay. Chad is like, hey, cast this. I'm like, shit.
So my chat's like, I'm surprised it had any kind of wisdom. I'm like, yeah, it's got a 6.
Right.
This is okay.
All right, next up is going to be the zombie in front of Elsula, and he's just sitting there
Pretty messed
bouncing. He is going to try to get a good slam on you. Ooh, just 22 hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 22 hits. You're going to take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Ugh, okay. Change
Yeah,
that.
it's not powerful, but you see he kind of recoils back, springs open, and uses that inertia to wham right into you.
Okay, wow.
So I'll go ahead and so what you can do when that happens is you click your token, you click that green one, and it'll pull up another text bar. You can go -4 and then enter, and it'll just bring you down to your actual HP value.
Oh, okay.
All right, so there's an attack that's cursed. It'll be on the Cult Fanatic, courtesy of chat. So it'll be on the Dagger. All right, that's gonna be the zombie's turn as he's just like intent on it, finishing off. So that's gonna be top of the round. We're into a new round, folks. Round 2. Actually, round 3 technically. The Cult Fanatic is gonna look and he sees this magical, mystical energy kind of come from like some fourth wall dimension. And he'll Kovak and what the actual fuck am I looking at? And he's gonna try to shank you first, Kovak, with his first dagger.
No.
Yeah, that's a nat 1. I tell you what, roll for me a dexterity check. Smoke wants it as a -1. It rolled a natty 1, okay? It's already a critical failure.
Dex save or
Dex check. Hell yeah, Carrot.
why did it roll advantage?
Good night, Carrot. Thank you for the raid. Do you have that auto shit on as well?
Oh no, not the auto stuff.
No.
Okay, cool. So 13. So what I'll say with this critical failure, the Cold Fanatic tries to swing, and you being in the air, you nimbly just kind of evade it to the side, and then you swing a kick and knock it out of his hand, disarming him. So that will remove that. He is gonna try. What is he gonna do? It's a Chad move. You're a Chad Smoke. What do you mean? Hang on, guys. I'm looking up something in the compendium because this page doesn't have it for some reason. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong spot anyway. What is it? Make a melee spell attack. Okay. Cool. So I just need to make a singular. Melee, so let's roll 1d20 plus. Alright, so it's going to be a 17 against you, Kovac. Does that hit? Huh?
That's a nasty one.
Negative.
That is a negative, alright.
Wow.
Well, you see his hands begin to light up with some green flickers of sparks. As you see he reaches out to try to grab you, you sidestep him again. As you see the energy discharge out in front of just a small couple of sparks of just... And that's that, and he's just like, what the fuck is this bird? This is not what I was promised. Everything is going to fail. They can't know. And with that, that's going to be his turn. Kovac, you're up.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch him.
We'll do the thing and roll the dice. Yeah, that hits. Oh, wait, I gotta do that. Sorry, guys, I was up standing and stretching because my legs are hurting.
I'm gonna punch him again.
Chef ESP, thank you for the lurk. Love your face. Sorry, I missed that. All right. As you punch him that first time, that second one's gonna go ahead and connect. Roll damage. As you punch him the first time, you hear him just, I can't. It is so strong. As you can hear, he's visibly grunting and bleeding very profusely and bruised from where you hit him. You come in for one final punch. And how would you like to do this, sir?
I'm just gonna, like, punch his nose straight up.
Ooh.
All right. As you come in, you flap down just a little bit. You come up for an epic uppercut as you see his jaw come flying up. You see two teeth from the connect come flying out of his mouth. Stream of blood following as you see him knock up, and he ends up falling down just below, or right where he's at. Elsuli, you can hear the connect of just as you hear him flop down of just all kinds of brute force damage. You look at him on the ground, and he is very visibly beat to a pulp. His nose is cracked. His eye is bludgeoned. Whatever you hit him with that last time, Kovak, it really, really, really fucked his day up. And with that, he is down and done. What else would you like to do, sir?
I am going to move and help her.
Move and help her. All right. The bird has now been caged, and Kovak, you can move your token. You have your speed. Asula, the owl thing that you're not sure about has now flapped its way over and seems to be lining up to assist you. You both are now considered flanked on the zombie, which means you get advantage on your attack roll.
Oh, nice.
Kovak, are you doing anything else?
Nope.
Not my
can't do anything
fanatic.
else.
I'm sorry, Smoke. Rip your fanatic. Cool. Well, his HP is gone. Next up is this zombie down here who sees that happen and he gears up and he tries to slam good old El Sula.
Oh no.
Does a 15 connect?
Yeah.
Wait, is it a tie?
No, my AC is 13.
Oh, it's 13. Okay, I thought it was higher for some reason.
In response, Mr. DM.
Ooh.
Oh.
Talk to me, big boy.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs.
All right, let me read this real quick. Magically distract the triggering creature and turn it into a momentary uncertainty. Triggering creature must reroll the d20 and use the lower roll. You can then choose a different creature you can see. That chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll. Okay. Cool. So let's +7 that. I'll reroll the hit.
A side note, I had the armor class wrong on roll 20. It's actually 16.
It's actually 16. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, Asula, I would like you to roll a d8, please, because you're getting healed from chat.
Oh, okay.
Chat played a card and wants to heal you up.
Oh,
Look at that.
8.
back to full HP as you feel this magical purple energy from this realm you suddenly somehow notice twitch for a brief moment, come in and just invigorate you. You feel your wounds begin to just tie themselves together as if they were never there.
Oh, the almighty power of Twitch. Thank
And
you.
then the image of Twitch in your brain disappears as if you never knew it. Cool. So the zombie re-rolled for a 5, which is a fat giant miss. He will take the lower roll. Now, I would like for you to choose who gets the advantage, Mr. Mibu.
I guess everyone else has a. I'm actually gonna put it on Slag, so it's like it feels like a bardic inspiration, just like.
Nice. Yes.
All right. Well, Slag, sir.
I see.
And Slag has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, like whatever comes first.
Wait, is that?
Slag gets some of that good old juicy juice from Silvery Barb. So next attack you have is going to be advantaged. Cool. So there's that, and the next creature to attack gets -1. So it's going to be its turn. Next up is the zombie attacking Slag. He's going to gear up and try to slam him. This will be with a -1 because he's cursed from chat, which means it's a 15 to hit.
Oh, wow.
What is your AC, Mr. Slag?
That'd be a 14.
All right, that will hit, and that is 7. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's halved because you're raged, right?
Correct.
Wait, Smoke cursed the. Hold on, Smoke. What do you want that card played at? You said next thing to attack. Anyway, so wait, the damage is cut in half, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, next player attack. Okay, Smoke, I got you. All right, so you're gonna take 3 damage, which is 7.5 drop down of bludgeoning.
Got it.
Alrighty, and that's going to be the zombie's turn. Next up is El Sula. What do you want to do? You have 2 zombies. One looks really, really rough right next to you, and then you have a dead body behind you that you can tell, or at least a very knocked out body.
Well,
Said next player. Okay, I missed that part.
I'm gonna try to finish off this other zombie, especially because they hit me.
Try to finish it off. All right, go ahead and roll your
Yeah.
attack. You're going to get a -1 because of chat.
Okay.
Don't forget advantage if it's the one between you and me.
Yep, and so it's going to be advantage, and then whatever your higher roll is, roll it again.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, 23 is going to connect, so go ahead and roll that good damage.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So as you do so, you see you come up and you cleave it. You see the zombie just collapse right in front of you. And it's at that point that will trigger.
Undead damage.
So he must make a con save through of
Okay.
5 plus that 7 damage. So it's got to be a 12 or higher for his con save. Which he will succeed. So you see him take the hit as you slash into another part of his torso, which you see it take him down for a minute, and then he just kind of springs slowly up back in front of you and just... And he looks very, very weak, but somehow he endured your hit. Are you going to do anything else this turn?
No, I think that's all.
That is all. All right.
That's all I can
Next
do.
up is going to be Slag. What are we doing, big boy? You got advantage on your attack, sir.
He's gonna slam me
Ugh.
with 2-hander.
Can chat heal the zombie? Yeah, if you have a Streamloots card.
Mm.
Go ahead and slam him.
Oh no.
Dude, chat is wanting to, like, troll you guys tonight
Oh
now.
no.
I think it's because we're just so good.
I mean, so this encounter on D&D Beyond is supposed to be deadly for 4 level 1 characters, so...
I see.
Alright, 11 does connect, so roll some damage. Let's get that party killed in the first encounter.
Am
Lol,
I
good luck.
No.
supposed to have this rage damage? My rage damage modifier?
I mean, I do have a backup character, but I really don't want
yes.
to have to use that one yet.
Alright, that is going to be 11 bludgeoning damage with your rage.
Wow.
So same thing happens here. The zombie, you see him just take the crack. You see his eyes kind of open up, and then what little dead life appears in them goes away as it kind of drops down. And at that point, it's going to make its undead fortitude. It has to roll a 6. Or no, it's got to make a 16 or higher. Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
Ugh.
Baby.
Well, the good news is that critical does not apply to coming back up. It's just 1 hit point. So you see him take the hit, and he comes back up, and a little bit of life comes back, and he just... what else are you gonna do, Slag? You
That's
feel
pretty
like
much
that
it.
attack. Yeah, you feel like that attack should have killed a humanoid creature.
Right. He's gonna stand his ground, and that's pretty
Yeah,
much
but he
it.
stands his ground, and it's perplexing you and your knowledge of destroying life. Mibu, what are we doing?
I will.
Cast another cantrip because of your chat.
No, no, I'm putting cool down on that shit.
oh, wise man.
Anyway, I am going to. I think I'm just going to firebolt. Slag zombie.
Firebolt the zombie. Ooh, all right. Well, let's go ahead and hit it there, big boy.
Boop.
A 12 does connect.
Right, and then 1.
Oh, he's got to make a DC of 6 or higher.
Oh my god.
Oh, he almost got it, but no, he's gonna stay.
Oh no.
As you see him take the hit and burn up a little bit, you just... It's not making any sense. His like half of his teeth start falling out. More of his skin begins to just like, you see the burns turn into just like rot, and you're just like, what the actual fuck is this?
Slag feels the heat off that, man. It kind of leans back. Like,
A burning zombie to fight now? Lol. Alright, maybe we do anything else?
I am also moving. Let's see here. I am going to move right here. And I'll do it.
Alright, that will do her. Alright, the zombie between Kovac and Elsula looks. You see him kind of slinky between you two from all the hits. And he's going to swing after you, Elsula, because that's what he's been trying to do this entire time. Does a 12 connect with your AC?
No.
Does not. You see him definitely swinging up to get the inertia, and you easily catch the track, and you just like step to the side, and you're like, meh.
Nice.
And that will be his turn. The fanatic is dead, so it's top of the round. Kovac, you're up.
Oof, we're just gonna get rid of these zombies. Oh, why can't I hear?
We roll with advantage, but either way, it's 23. That's gonna connect. Roll me some damage,
Can't
sir.
hear. I'm not able to hear.
All right, so it's got to roll a 13 or higher on its con save because this thing definitely is been on its last legs. And it does not. As you hit the punch, you... no, Smoke, he's just talking really, really low right now.
Oh. So quiet.
As you punch him, you kind of fly over and you connect right in the back of the neck, and almost in an Attack on Titans fashion. You see the damage to the base of the neck hit, and you just... Elsula, you see the life go out in his eyes, seemingly permanent, as this zombie now falls to the ground, and the sections that have been torn apart by your halberd and your fierce strikes finally split apart, and the tendrils that you've been noticing the entire time cease to stop moving as this creature begins to just pool and, well, fall into an already existing pool of black ichor from its internals, but now the remnants of the entrails and blood from this poor guard that has been screwed over in life.
Not finally.
Kovac, are you going to do anything else?
It's finally dead.
I'm going to move here. And I'm going to punch this one.
All right. As you quickly move over there, you go to connect with it, and you are... Oh, wait. You rolled advantage because you're flanked. I'm a dumbass. You're still technically...
Got a couple more.
26 connects.
So close.
Oh wait, that one's zombies. Oh, never mind. We're down. We got 2 zombies still. That's right. Okay.
Roll damage. All right. This zombie looks, well, as fresh as a fresh zombie can look. But you go up and you connect it once in the back, right about the kidney, and you hear... His damage definitely connects, but it definitely feels squishy on the inside, which is weird.
Okay.
Are you doing anything else?
No.
All right. Next up is that zombie's turn. He's going to turn around and he's going to try to slam you because you pissed him off. 7 does not affect it or affect you, I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
All right, cool. So that's going to be on to the next zombie's turn. The barely holding on zombie burned. And everything is going to try to connect with Slag.
Ooh, okay. Ugh,
16 to hit.
16.
That hits.
All right, and you're gonna take 1 bludgeoning damage from this, since you're half from your rage. As the zombie comes up and just barely scratches you like right below the chin, and you're just like, really? This is all you can? Okay. And that'll be all that zombie can do. It's on to El Sula.
All right, I'm gonna go after the last zombie, or the other one. Halberd.
All right, do the deed.
Right there.
Doesn't have fire damage on it. It took fire damage, but does not stay on fire. Delter. All right, 10 will barely connect, so roll some damage.
Okay.
All right, as you shift your halberd from its position, it's a little bit awkward, so you're not sure on the strike, but you manage to swing around with a short distance and connect it for 12 damage. And with that, there's like you can see whatever you hit, you see blood coming out from its corpse. This dark black ichor. It's all over your halberd. You're proud of this weapon, and now it's all tainted. And you see a bit of the entrails of the zombie start coming out, and some of them are even split in half from the damage. As you have very, very realistically fucked this thing up.
Nice. Okay.
Are you gonna do anything else?
No, that's all.
All right. Slag! What are we doing?
He's got to take this one down in front of him.
All right. Well, do the deed, roll the dice. Deadly encounter for 4 level 1 players, my asshole. All right. 21 definitely connects. Go ahead and roll to hit. Or roll your damage. That is 12 bludgeoning damage, which means he's got to roll a 17 or higher on his save because of his undead fortitude. How would you like to do this, sir?
He's just going to bring the hammer down on top of him, man, and smash him flat.
All right. As Slag grabs the warhammer, bringing it up over his head, you feel the rage pulsing, and you feel a sense of somehow even more rage coming from inside you that you never knew existed. And as you come down, your typical Slag, smash, and you crush into the zombie's head right as he begins to stand from his fortitude. And you connect him right in the crushing it down. You see bits of fragile bone scatter out. Bits of what remains of this brain and this black ichor just come splattering out. Good bit of it splatters onto your chest as well from just the impact of the hit. The inertia from your warhammer actually carries through about the midsection of the breastbone, just destroying bone, splintering everything out, just tearing flesh. And this zombie, finally having breathed its last after being poisoned into this cruel life, falls flat on the ground, lifeless, pool of blood, and beaten.
Slag's going to reach up,
Yes.
rub that black ichor on his chest, and take
down.
2 fingers and
Nice.
pull him down his right cheek.
All right, Slag, you just bathe in this. You take 2 fingers and you pull him down your right
Wow.
cheek to get your war paint. And if the town was already somewhat intimidated by you, but the few townsfolk that are like cowering behind the barrels up here and looking through the tavern windows see this, and they're all like, "What the actual fuck is this thing? What are we letting you live in our city?" As that continues to happen.
Yeah, and Slag's going to bound forward as far as he can go, so...
All right. Well, you see
There.
one more zombie. All right. As you stand over the body of this weird-looking man whose robes, as you look down, actually have some weird designs to them.
All right.
All right. Are we doing
As far
anything
as I
else?
can go. As far as I can go, so yeah, that's it.
All right, Mibu, you are up. One more zombie
One more
remains,
zombie.
seemingly surrounded on nearly all sides by this ragtag team of defenders of the city. As this begins to kind of culminate, you do hear off in the distance of, "It's over here!" And you hear a couple of whistles go off. You can assume it's the town guards probably making their way over, but you're not too certain yet.
All right. I'm going to hop on this cart right here. And I am going to just firebolt the last zombie.
Ooh.
All right. Roll to hit there, sir.
Nice.
Alright, good hit. 25 hit.
All right.
Is the sky blue?
I'm gonna say maybe.
Yes, it is.
Today.
Roll some damage there, sir. 25 hits, pretty much anything I put together so far. 7 points of damage on this zombie. And as you see the flames, you feel a good shot from your firebolt, and you see it kind of grazes it first along the torso midsection, and then you see it kind of jut in and then erupt out as whatever this ichor is ignites in the zombie. You hear as it falls down lifeless, and the fortitude is going to take hold, which means it now needs to roll 12 or higher on the save in order to survive. And it will do so with a 16 as it screams. But Kovac, you see the murky life kind of come back to it as it stands back up from this incineration. Mibu, you feel like it connected, but for some reason this fucker will not go down. You want to do anything else?
I will move to the second cart, and I think to myself, this is bullshit, and go past.
Or his lava style, definitely. All right, Kovac, you're up. Are you the hero, or are you gonna zero it? Gonna punch it. All right, going for the face. At 22 hits. 7 points of damage. All right, Fortitude's gonna take hold again. It's got to roll 12 or higher.
No.
As you feel it connect right in the middle, and you hear the bone crack. You see a couple of ribs come splintering out. The same thing happens. The life kind of goes out, but as it goes out, it slowly comes back in. This thing is just a walking punching bag, and it's not too happy with you now.
I punch it again.
14 does connect. All right, with 9 this time, so it's got to survive 14 or higher. God damn, my rolls today, guys.
Oh my god.
Cannot. I mean, you see them roll right in front of you. There's no way I can hide these.
Oh, of course not.
As you go for the face, and you actually see it crunch in a little bit of the jaw, but you feel like it didn't hit that one sweet spot, and it comes back at the jaw. As it's got this weird gurgle now to it from dripping ichor and maggots and everything else coming out of it. You doing anything else?
No.
All right, it's the zombie's turn, and it managed to muster up a little bit of energy, and it's going to try to slam you, Kovac, because you have been bullying it, and it does not like it. This is a 13 hit.
No.
All right, as it tries to fling its arms on you, you quickly just jolt up and are just like, okay, come on, really? And it's going to be its turn, because it does not get a multi-attack like its Fnatic did. Elsula, you're up!
Okay. I'm a bit frustrated I couldn't take out that other one, so I'm gonna just put everything I can into this attack, and it's not gonna hit.
Ooh!
Advantage.
Do I?
You do get advantage. Yep, so go ahead and roll again, see if you get the nat 20.
Wow.
Well, either way, you would have connected.
Oh,
barely,
okay.
But go ahead and roll damage.
That's good.
We're not gonna die from the zombie,
right,
we're
there.
just going to just get pissed off by it.
Yes.
All right. This one has to beat 17 or higher for Undead Fortitude, guys, so.
Yes. All right.
How would you like to do this?
I want to cut it completely in half.
All right. So with that, Elsula, you just become enraged. You feel almost the rage of the barbarian that you've heard off to the side of just judgment. You feel and you channel that. You stance yourself, move your legs. You start to swing, channel everything like you're swinging a baseball bat. And coming down from the bottom side of it on the left, You cleave it completely in two, just destroying bone and sinew and whatever's left inside of this thing, completely in two. And on the return, you get it up, and you realize that the head is still intact. And as a coup de grace, before it even hits the ground, you bring your halberd down on the backside and spike it right through the brain. And you see it fall 2 pieces, shredded, beaten, and it falls to the ground, lifeless. The tendrils that you had seen on the other one begin to stop moving. And it seems all has finally gotten calm. And as you all stand there, Elsula, you can't help but notice that the man who hired you just tried to kill you. As chat wants me to drink water real quick in all of this, too. You can't help but notice, in the middle of that, you felt his dagger try to go for your back, but a strategically placed plate with your training prevented that from happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate, see if I can figure out anything about why he might have tried to betray me.
Yeah, you can definitely look into that. Your initial instinct, hearing what he said, is that because of whatever this was, you heard him say no one can know his secret.
Mm-hmm.
No, she doesn't have overhealth. She's capped out.
Yeah.
So that inclines that something in this cart
Okay, yeah.
did this, because you recalled noticing some of the guards get pricked in a couple of crates. It's the only thing different than anywhere else you had been. With that, I would like for you
Okay.
to begin to roll an investigation check.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say roll initiative. I was like, fuck.
No.
There.
I'm not a total dick like that.
Alright, there.
What?
So with a 15, as you look through the cart, you see the normal things. Just goods, spices, meats, couple of barrels of water, barrel of wine. Nothing too crazy, but as you get to a barrel specifically in this cart or crate, and specifically in this cart, they're tucked into the very corner, covered with other items. You notice they have this weird marking. It's got a symbol. It looks like a hand. And in the hand is a small S. And the positioning and the drawing is that the hand is grasping something circular. Specifically, only these 2 crates have this logo. The rest have various companies, organizations, nothing out of the ordinary, but these 2 stand out as symbols unlike the rest. And your only surmise is that these 2 crates are somehow related.
Okay.
And with that, Slag, Mibu, Kovac, what do you 3 do in this time?
I am going to search the cart and see if my weapons are there.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Slag's gonna stand at ready, watching for any more enemies.
All right. So Kovac is. Good God. Now you roll a natty. As you guys do that, Mibu, you're kind of on guard. Slag, you're kind of on guard. the townsfolk in the tavern, you hear you guys start to feel the adrenaline come down, and you notice that several townsfolk have been watching from the alleyways. You hear the clamoring of, man, these four just stopped them. Whatever this was, this perverse man. Look at that. You see what you hear them talking about various things. Look at that creature. Look at what Slag did. Look at what Mibu can do. Like, a lot of them are like, this person who's been entertainment. What the fuck, man? Where did this come from? Like, you see all of that. You hear some others. Elsula, you specifically hear, who's that one in the armor? They look different. Were they part of the guard of that character? You hear that, and then all of a sudden, you hear the whistles. The whistles begin as several of the town guard come up and begin to assess the circumstances as y'all are combing through. Kovak, with your investigation, you do not find any of your weapons or gear that were taken from you at the time of your capture. So for the moment,
ahead and go to this card and search while they're talking.
Okay, it's the same thing in there, but well, actually no. Roll an investigation check.
All right, Badoo.
Yeah, I mean it looks pretty standard. I mean, you notice that symbol, but you're more magically and musically inclined. You're not really familiar with trades or goods or anything like this. I mean, you've seen crates come through, but not really your area of expertise. You're like, this looks like merchant goods. It looks like a crate of wine, crate of ale, box of this, box of herbs. You see the box with that weird hand symbol, and you're like, it's probably something out west. They're always into some crazy designs. You don't think anything of it. You don't see anything out of the ordinary either. At this point, the people are coming out, the town's guard arrive and begin to start picking up the mess, and they look specifically to the leader of it, and one of them looks to you, Elsula. What seems to be going on here? What's all the commotion about?
I have no idea what's happening.
Okay. Well, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna clean up this, and I want all four of you down in the guard station in a couple hours. We'll come get you. For now, I want all four of you in the boar's head over there.
Wow.
Mibu, you got a performance. I'm gonna miss it tonight. You realize that he's one of the regulars who's been here from the few times you played. Just with a helmet and armor. Doesn't seem to have any pauldrons, so it looks like he's probably a low rank compared to the guard captain, which you guys have seen a time or two, who has a much more ornate armor with full pauldrons and coverings, who definitely is not wasting their time to be here. With that, the guards instruct all four of you that for the next few hours you're supposed to spend in the tavern. You can do anything you want there. You can get drunk. You can eat. You can sleep. But just don't go anywhere outside of it, because you need to provide stuff, but they need to clean up this disgusting mess first. So they begin to pull all of the carts to the side. They escort all four of you inside the tavern.
I'm trustworthy. I'm a
which is
paladin.
known-
If I don't know, everything's fine, you know? I have no clue.
As the Boar's Head Tavern.
Mm.
And with that, we're going to take a 5-minute break, go to the restroom, stretch our legs, and all of that lovely stuff. So don't go nowhere, folks.
Woo! Yeah. All right.
I also need to put you guys tokens on the table, so...
Okay.
Wait.
All right, well, I will be right
But
back
yeah,
as well.
also got to go to the bathroom, so... Take 5, guys. Stretch your legs.
Okay, yep. Be back in a minute.
Stuffy stuff.
All right, well, hi. I think we're gonna get started here in just a second.
All right.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, guys, welcome. Welcome back. I had to get a beer and use the bathroom and all that stuff. All right, as you guys make your way into the Boar's Head Tavern, you realize that apparently there's a PogChamp monkey in my channel somewhere. Thank you, Chronic, for the PogChamp alert.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, you were over HP there, Ursula.
Oh.
So, as you guys get in, you notice that a backup set of halflings sounds like they're playing in the main room off to the left. Mibu, you are familiar with the Boar's Head. This has been kind of your main area of employment lately for shows as a bard. This is the Boar's Head. It's a quaint tavern, stone floors, wooden tables. You hear a couple of drinks clamoring as the townsfolk have started making their way back inside. Like, all right, the excitement's over. Back to our drinks. You hear a couple of folks, and, I mind this, and I mind that, and if it wasn't for me, you guys would, just a bunch of people arguing, having a good time. You see a couple waitresses break through, and, oh, hello, we'll be with you in just a minute, as they slide from one door to the other right in front of you, carrying all kinds of food and ale. It's very busy, considering this is on the western side of town, but is one of the most active taverns of the two. Or should I say is the more active of the two. The other one being on the east is not exactly known as a great hub. With that, the waitress comes back and guides you guys into, or looks at you guys and, you guys, come on, we're going to give you a private room. So she proceeds to take all of you back.
Nice.
And places you... which room is it going to be? It's going to be this room here. The room is a bit bigger than it seems. Chronic emotional damage, okay. There's plenty of room. Slag, they actually apparently have a special seat for you, so they bring that over for you and your orcish figure. Chronic, thank you for the bits, dude.
Oh, nice.
And they seat you down and... Alright, well, appreciate the wait. Sorry for the craziness. The guards have already told us you're going to stay here, so we'll keep you outside of the entertainment, and that way you can get to eat and wait on them. They've asked we not literally let you mingle with the populace until they're back, so forgive us, but we got to follow protocol. But with that, we have got a bunch of the finest ales and meals in all of Sarkonis. My name is Jezreel, and I'll be taking care of you. What can I get for you this evening? Silence? Does nobody want drink? Nobody want food? It's a tavern. What do you want? It's on the house.
I want ale.
Yeah,
Stag wants an ale.
All of the ale.
El Sulo wants the ale. Mibu, you're hard to read. I can't tell if you want ale or if you just want water or being weird.
Oh, I would just like... do you have wine by chance?
We do have elven wine. You should know this. You've only been here half a dozen times. We've got the best elven wine this entire half of the continent.
Oh, well, last time I was here, it was just running out all the time, so I just thought I would ask.
Oh, no, we just actually got freshly restocked. We've got 2 full casks straight over from, somewhere in the west.
Yes, I would just like some wine and, water, just to keep the freshness.
Wine and water, alright, and... for you. Owl? Bird? Whatever you are. What would you like to drink?
First, random question: what race is the bartender?
The bartender, you can tell, is a female halfling.
Okay. I'm going to be looking around at everyone here, like extremely confused. My head's like snapping, like it looks like it should be breaking, but because I'm an owl, it's completely normal. Just like looking around. Finally, I'm gonna realize she's talking to me. And just go, water, who?
Slag's gonna stare at the owl-like
Milk
creature
chocolate
and just
shake and
tilt his
monster,
head
nice.
sideways, just like total amazement.
All right. Water, ale, wine, and water. All right. Be right back. So you see the halfling just kind of scurry out, and you hear she goes to the kitchen. The walls aren't really, I don't know, the most soundproof you hear. Jenny! I need a couple of ales, a bunch of waters and wine. Don't give me no lip, just give me the damn drinks. You hear her come back in. She drops off ale in front of Slag and Elsula. Maybe you see she slides a glass of elven fire wine in front of you. And then Kovak, you see a giant tankard with just water. Mibu, as you're sitting there looking at your wine, it is called fire wine for a reason, and you know this because as it sits there, the moment you go to take your first drink, it lights on fire for a minute.
Ooh. And I just swig it.
That is an effect of the elven fire wine. It only looks like fire, but it's actually not. It's because it's infused with magically little sparkly bits they put in there for added taste and texture. They say something about the arcane. I don't. I'm not the brewmaster. But I hope you enjoy it, because it's a big glass for a tiny little girl. Now, what would you all like to drink or to eat?
I would just like some bread and your finest meat.
Bread and finest meat. You know what? Slag, I know you want whole chicken. Elsula,
Surprise me.
you... Surprise you, okay. Meat, no meat, we have both options. What's your preference?
No meat.
No meat, alright. And...
We're going the vegetarian
Bird
route.
less meat. Alright. So here's my recommendation for all four of you. Is that you just get... You know what? Just... Fuck it, I'll surprise you. You see her run back out and... all of that, and, you know, she clambers into the kitchen, which you can tell is just the other side of this wall, right over here. So with that, you guys have a few minutes to yourselves. You know you're not exactly allowed to leave, but you're welcome to whatever food and drink you want. What do you do?
Sorry, I got a little distracted there. I just got hammered with a big old raid.
Ooh, thank you,
Oh,
Raiders.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so... Slugs, did she bring the meal back yet?
No, she is going to get the meal cooked.
Okay.
You would know, Slag, that as per tradition, every meal is always freshly cooked. At the Boar's Head, it's one of the things they are most known for, is making sure that every meal is hot, fresh, made almost to order as best they can.
Slag's favorite place to eat.
Nice. Well, I need to know why Koval was captured in the first place, because apparently could have just escaped at any time, it seems.
Yeah, why are you engaged, Birdman?
Oh, I don't know. I was sleeping. I woke up in a cage.
Huh.
And he said he was gonna sell me.
Birdman worth money?
Yeah. Apparently. Alright, some mystery.
So, yep, so, I mean, Elsula, that's about all you know, is that the plan was to sell this thing for money. You've never seen a creature like this ever in your mercenary lifestyle that you've led for a bit since your prior life events. But that's about all you know. The contract that you had was very simple and straightforward. Guard the caravan all the way to the town over, going through. And then upon arrival at Hearthholm, you would be paid for your services. You know that the contract was for a good amount of gold, which is more than any other contract you've ever really had. So you were eager to do it because it sounded pretty easy. You've escorted caravans before, but this one seemed to want to pay an unusual amount more.
Well, I guess I'll leave it at that then, for now.
Okay. Ovak, the only thing you remember is checking out the town, something cracking you in the back of the head, and you woke up in a cage. So that's all you really know.
So I am going to be extremely, like, my head's gonna be snapping around, but mostly towards Mibu and Slag, because like they're not like don't look normal.
No.
I'm not really sure what to say here. Like my head's just literally snapping back and forth, looking between the two.
I look at Elsula and ask, what brings you to these parts?
Well, the job. I was paid to be here. Other than that, I have really no reason to be here.
And oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the first time I've traveled this far, so that is an interesting part of it, I guess.
Oh. And you see Mibu just write in her journal as she's talking, but still making eye contact, but just writing in her journal.
All right.
Slag's gonna lean across the table and Birdman makes Slag nervous.
Oh,
I agree,
Oh,
Slag.
Slag. It's like, it's okay. Like, it's think of it as, have you ever seen an owl before?
Tiny one, tinier than that Birdman. Not speak and stuff. No.
Well,
Freak
think of it
Slag out.
as... think of it as just a bigger owl that can talk.
And also punch things to death.
Yeah, and I look at Kovac. Like, you fight very well.
Yeah, where did you learn that?
I grew up in a monastery training.
Ah, interesting.
And Mibu just writes more, but very vigorously, just like...
Oh wait, roll a strength check for me, Mibu.
A strength check?
Yes, as you're writing more furiously, I'd like.
Okay. Strength check. Boom.
Okay, nope, you're good.
DM being DM.
Continue.
Slag, you fought very well. I've never seen you fight before.
Slag like to smash.
And smash you did. And I just kind of like wink at him a bit.
God damn bards.
Slag like music, lady.
I look at Elsula and go, so have you ever seen that before? What happened there?
Not quite like that. I've seen undead, but these ones were weird and different.
Yeah, it seems like every time that we hit them, they would just not go down until we actually do it really hard.
Exactly.
Giggity. I'm sorry, it was there.
I mean, even our owl folk person, he had to really just fist that guy really hard. And he just
my
wouldn't
God.
go down.
It's like,
Oh. All right. Chronic just played Quagmire's Giggity Goo.
Like,
Somebody
yeah.
clip that.
He had
Please
to
clip
really
that.
go in there, like really go in, and just had to like yank it in there.
Oh my god.
It was so frustrating.
I can't with you guys.
And Mibu just still like writes in her journal and just flips her hair as she does that a bit.
What do you write, music lady?
Oh, well, I'm just writing notes of my travels. Weirdly enough, I hardly even ever been traveling. This is all new to me.
Hang on, did you guys see that by chance?
I didn't see anything.
Okay. That's what I thought. Cool, you're good.
Alright, cool.
Continue.
Yeah, but I just this is all new to me. I've never seen really like undead like that before. So yeah, it's all new.
Nice,
right,
see
and
all
about
kind of
this-
monsters. Sorry, good.
All right, about this time you see your waitress coming back, and she's got two other halflings. They're carrying a big tray of an assortment of meats, breads, soups, stews, you name it. It's a nice hearty assortment for everything. It's got plenty of meat options for the meat lovers, plenty of non-meat options. Giant, you name it, it's there. It's landing in front of you, and all right. Well, that's a lot of food for you. See, we're gonna get another wine for Mibu. We're gonna get another water. The owl has not finished his water. Slag's gonna have 2 more ales at least. And for you, miss, what would you like?
Same.
Would you like another refresh of your ale?
Yes, indeed.
All right, perfect. How'd you like the first one?
It was decent.
All right, very good. Well, I'll be right back. Don't mind me. And with that, you see her like skitter out and just.
So I'm just gonna take care of business.
Without hesitation, you see Slag just like grab a giant leg of deer and just. He's full on feast mode.
I look a bit disgusted as I start putting a salad together.
It's like this winks at her, yeah. Sorry, meadow lady. It's like hungry.
And I just lean over to Elsula. I need to get that right. Asula. And say, he usually doesn't eat like this. He's just really hungry.
It's fine. It's what I would expect from a, a brute such as him.
And I just sip on my wine and continue eating.
Slag seems unfazed by the brute party. He's apparently been called that a few times.
Sorry, what was I actually missed it? I was talking to somebody.
Oh, good. You didn't miss anything.
Alright, so Kovac is going to flap his little wings so I can actually like see above the table and see what kind of meats there are and just grab like a small little portion and just like sit back down on his chair.
Oh no, you had a stool that was table height, so you've been able to see everything the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna like reach over and grab like a small portion of meat and just like pick it up and just like chomp it with my little beak and just sit there chewing.
Sly's gonna reach out with his half-eaten deer leg and just hold it out to the owl. Like, bite.
I'm gonna look at him, look at it, and then just take like a little bite out of it.
Good, huh?
As you
Oh,
hold
how
out, you
that's
see Kovac look
described.
at you, look over, look at a couple of just quick jolts, and you see him just reach out and like super quick, almost like an actual bird.
Birdman like meat.
Yep. I only eat meat.
No birdseed for Birdman.
Oh.
Hey, they play in D&D land. Birds don't need seed or anything.
Yep. And Sykes just gonna go back to chomping on his deer leg here or whatever it is.
All right, and as you guys are continuing just to have light conversation and used to each other, names are finally traded a little bit, and about an hour or so passes with this, and eventually one of the guards comes in. This is a different one than before. You notice this guard has two shoulder pauldrons, which is a very uncommon sight. Mibu and Slag, you especially know this. That whoever this individual is definitely a much higher rank in the guard structure comparatively. And a very, very vibrantly ornate helmet. All metallic color. Nothing special about the color, but yeah, definitely not normal. Right. You're the lot from earlier, aren't you?
Maybe.
Yes, indeed.
One of the guard captains here in Sarkonis. I've been charged with leading up the investigation as to what actually happened. So, if you're done with your meals, I'd like for all four of you to come with me. We're gonna go down to the guard station. Goddamn chat. I'd like for all four of you to come down with me. We're gonna talk this over. We're gonna figure out what happened.
It's like smashed, I told you.
Slag, I know you smashed. I've watched you smashed. We've smashed together. But there's more to it than smashing.
It's like smashed.
Well, Slag smashed. I get that. But all four of you are coming with me.
I just sigh and finish off the rest of the ale.
Yeah, and about this point, you've already finished most of your salad. I mean, it's probably been about... it's been about 30, 45 minutes of conversation and who are these people looks and just slowly breaking ice here and there. So eventually you guys are escorted off to the guard captain station, which, if we're to go look, if we're to look at this, so I will go ahead and actually take off dynamic lighting now, because it is no longer necessary. God, thank you for the 255 biddies. Thank you.
Nice.
So obviously, you guys, this is the main thoroughfare. Sarkonis, as you can tell, is not exactly like super. The guard captain is actually just to this northern bit here. So, if you look somewhat towards the left, that northern road between all the houses, it's basically follow that a little ways, and you're there. I do not have a map for this. Oh, sorry. Forgot I gotta drag you guys over here. Slag and then El Sula are placed. It's just up that road. I do not have a map for this, so we're going to take it into the theater of the mind.
Okay.
So we'll go to here. So as you guys are brought over to the guard captain, and to the guard, the guard's quarters, as it were, the barracks. You notice immediately that it's an odd-looking place. It's, a little bit of brick, a little bit of thatch, a little bit of wood. Nothing crazy, but definitely a barracks-type structure for sure. You see a couple of guards here, there. Most of them just have typical breastplates. You're brought inside of this 3-story building. As doors open, you see a couple of the lower ranks kind of up and salute, and you just hear, "Sir," as they go by. Mix of, see mostly humans. You see a halfling here. You see a half-orc there. So, a little bit of diversity going on with the little bit of diversity in the population. The guards obviously are just like, hey, if you can do it, we'll do it. You're brought upstairs, one floor, across that floor, up another set of stairs to the third and top floor. You're escorted to a larger conference-style room. There's nothing special to it. It's 4 stone walls in the interior. It's got a wooden top, which would indicate there's probably an attic, with the fact it had a slanted roof made of mostly thatch. There is in there a long table with a series of chairs on both sides. Outside of that, nothing else. You see the guard, Captain Greesh, sits on one end of the table. Any motions for all of you to sit in? Please make yourselves comfortable. By no means are any of you under arrest at this point. Just merely want to know what actually happened. This very unusual event.
Slag smash.
I get that, Slag. You smashed. We've smashed creatures like that before.
Yep.
But what I want to know is how did this happen? These were three of my best guardsmen. And all of a sudden they die and turn into these things? So, to start the interrogation. Well, questioning. Whatever you want to call it.
Slag see walking dead men. Slag smash.
All right. Young lady, he looks to you, Alsula. What was your caravan doing here?
We were just traveling through. I was hired to protect the caravan. That's it.
Okay. Do you know what the cargo of your caravan was?
As far as I know, it was just a lot of common goods, and we had this little owl friend with us as well.
What was the intent with this creature?
As far as I know, they were going to be sold off.
Really? Men that hired you, did he appear to be a slave trader by trade? Or an exotic animal dealer?
Not that I know of. It's just rumors.
Outside of guarding this caravan, had you encountered this individual before?
Nope. This is the only time.
One time. How about the rest of you? Have you ever seen this man before?
Slag no hood man. I was in tavern having ale. Heard noise. Saw dead men. Slag smash.
All right.
I was just about to perform, and then I heard a noise outside.
Yes, Mibu, your legendary performances. Too bad I work a shift right over when you perform. I'm told you're the talk of the town when you're here. Hate that I've had to delay enjoyment for my city.
Hey, well, maybe sometime in the morning I can perform a set or two.
Hopefully. Now. He slides a piece of paper across the desk, or the table. Do any of you recognize this symbol? And Alsula, you immediately recognize it as that hand grasping some circular sphere with an S written on the back of the hand.
It looks a bit
Does
familiar.
this... It looks what?
A little bit familiar.
Where have you seen this symbol before, ma'am?
I can't recall for sure.
What about the rest of you? Have you seen this before? Mibu and Slag, I would like for you both to actually get a history check, because this is related to Sarkonis.
Okay. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, there it is.
Mibu, you have never seen it. Slag, you have seen this. You've seen it once or twice, but you can't recall where or from what.
All right. Wait, that was towards me.
Slag just stays quiet.
Yeah, no, Mibu, you don't recognize it. You may have run across it. You can't really remember. Slag, you have seen it. But at most, it's been just like passing glances as you go through the town. You might see it here, see it there. You can't really place it on one central area.
Gotcha.
What about you? What do I call you, bird?
Kovac.
Kovac. Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to meet you. Have you seen this symbol before? And you being in a cage, I'll let you decide that, Kovac.
Written question was one of those boxes like on the cart that I was on.
No.
Then I probably would not have seen it because I mean I was kind of confined to that cart.
All right. Oh, there goes my voice starting to strip out again.
No, I haven't seen it. But have you seen my darts and my bow staff? I don't know where they went.
Ah, those were yours. You will suffice to say, yes, we have found them. They're part of the inventory downstairs, and once we finish here, as long as there's nothing out of the ordinary, I'm sure we can work to make that happen.
And my pack. I need my pack. It has my food.
We found that as well with your other weaponry. It'll all be together. We'll get that when we're done. Do you rest assured? Now, young lady escorting the caravan, describe to me the events of what happened from your perspective.
We entered the city. Everything seemed pretty normal until we were stopped by some guards. They inspected the carts and everything seemed fine until they suddenly fell over. And when they got up again, they were zombies.
Were there any events that you can recall that maybe seemed out of the ordinary with their standard search of your caravan and your goods?
Nothing I noticed.
Okay. Kovac, you seem to be a very perceptive individual. Did you notice anything different, out of the ordinary, perhaps? Outside of, well, my men deciding to die and return to life. Did you notice anything maybe that happened beforehand? Even slightly outside of normal?
I mean, I was in the cage, and then they were searching other carts, and one of them said something stabbed them, and then he fell, and then he got up, and he wasn't himself. And also the guy said he was going to kill everybody.
Which guy said he was going to kill everybody?
With the hood.
Ah, that guy. Okay.
Something about a secret? Sorry, a secret.
Did he mention anything in particular about this secret?
No.
Okay. Very good, very good. And as the silence continues on, he looks over at one of the other individuals in the room who have been taking notes and, yeah, what do you think? Okay. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. On my authority as one of the captains of Sarkonis, this investigation is still ongoing, which means I need you four to stay in town for the next few days while we look into everything. You're free to have your gear, Bird, Kovac, Owl, whatever you are. You're free to have your gear. You're free to go about your days. You are not permitted to leave the town or her borders. You'll be given free lodging, Boar's Head Tavern, courtesy of the city guard of Sarkonis. Should we need you again for further information, we will come find you and bring you back in for further questioning. Should the investigation into this matter turn up that you're completely and truly innocent, which I do believe, then you'll be allowed to leave the town of your own accords. But please understand, I must keep you here for a few days for sake of due diligence and a little bit of bureaucracy, unfortunately.
That's understandable.
Are there any questions for me at this time?
Nothing I have.
I believe not.
Okay. All right. Mibu, congratulations. Several days you're here, you are free to perform at the Boar's Head Tavern, as long as you and the owner are of agreement. Should that make my men very happy. They love when you're in town. I always seem to be a little more chipper after one of your performances. I'm looking forward to the production I'll get out of them.
And oh, absolutely. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Slag, I know you do work. You're free to do work as you normally do. Again, don't leave the walls. The rest of you, well, Kovac and Elsula, looks like you get a free vacation on Sarkonis, courtesy of Sarkonian gold. With that, he stands up, and now we have one final matter, and that's to get Kovac back his equipment. And I'd also like for you guys to look at the contents we found and see if you can help me visualize anything in here. So that he takes you guys down to the second level, where as you guys had passed through, you know, Kovac, you definitely noticed this with your alert state. An area, a door cracked ajar that seemed to have a lot of the contents. With that, Captain Greesh brings you over, and he pries open the door, and you just as it opens, and he walks in, and Lieutenant Raish. That seemed to belong to a small individual. It belonged to Mr. Kovac here, taken from him when he was captured back in the East in their barbaric practices. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. So you see the lieutenant quickly grab up the things, and he hands them over to you in one single go. Kovac, and here's your things. If you'd like to go through it and make sure it's all there, I'd be more than happy to make sure that all of your goods are returned to you, sir.
So I quickly grab my pack and open it up and then pull out a strange looking glass like bottle. Like the mouth is kind of like a weird shape. Pop it open and just take a sip of water. Like it's designed specifically for my beak. Then I just like look up and go, everything's here.
Very good, very good, very good. Now, let me go ahead and, as you guys can tell, the contents of the carts were brought here. The carts left outside. Obviously, they have no owner at this point that we can return them to. So, if all goes well, congratulations. You four might just get a free cart out of this deal. Because we're only going to need one, and the other two would either get destroyed and turned to firewood or given to somebody who needs them. Now, out of the boxes and goods here, were there any that any of you noticed that seemed to be weird, out of place, or presented at stab to my soldiers that perhaps turned them into this. And Kovak and Osul, as you look around, you do notice the two crates with that same hand gripping Sarcona, the sphere with the S symbol. On the two crates, you both have seen that as it was loaded up and carried at some point. Outside that, you see the rest of the symbols, the other normal goods as they were. Everything seems to be unopened, unchecked yet, because this is just starting.
I'll point at the two crates with the symbol and just say, there, those two. Those are the odd ones. And oh, look at that. They even have that, like, odd symbol.
As I suspected. Very good.
Smash crates?
No, Slag. No. If you were to smash these crates, Slag, everyone in this room will die.
Ooh. Slag no smash.
I'm of the belief that they were carrying a rare and deadly herb that, if pricked and enters your bloodstream, kills you instantly as poison and brings you back in that zombified state. This is only a theory still, but that's my belief. And with that, he begins to escort you out, and this information is good. It will help me out. He takes you guys down again and out to the front door, and all right, straight down this road, hang a left, you'll be at the Boar's Head. Everything you need is there: food, drink, rooms. It's already paid for. My lieutenant sent word earlier that you were going to be here several days, that any charges are going to be remit in an invoice to my office. Is there anything else I can do for you all? I apologize again for the inconvenience of us having to hold you here.
No, I think I'm good.
Yep, I'm good.
Slag smash ale.
Yes, Slag can smash ale. But you must pay for it. We are not paying for your ale.
Oh.
Bum bum ba dum.
Slag sad.
All right, well,
Seeing
a good day,
as
all.
He's sad. I am going to flap my little wings and like land on his shoulder.
Oh, Slag got Birdman friend. He'll make Slag happy.
all right. What do you guys do from here?
How far is that tavern that he invited me to?
They invited you to, or that you guys are staying at?
The one with the guards that he wanted me to perform at?
Oh, that's at the Boar's Head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, everything's at the Boar's Head. You guys are roomed up there. As long as the owner's cool, you can perform. Things like that. It's about a block and a half straight, and then a half block left.
I'm probably gonna go settle in over there if you guys wanna come along.
Ooh, Slag follow music lady.
Yeah, it's been a long day. I'm just gonna go hang out.
Awesome. And I start just going that way.
I'm gonna walk right behind him, kind of dragging my great axe or my great warhammer or whatever on the ground a little bit, and I'm just gonna be kind of looking at the bird and petting him, across the head as I walk, with my other hand.
You hear, as you start doing that, "Hey, Slag, pick up that warhammer. You're damaging the road."
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna pick it up and chuck it over my other shoulder here.
Thank you. And you see that was a guard who just waves at you.
Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah.
You see him like squeamishly wave at you because he knows that you could just kick his teeth in. All right, and you guys walk for probably no more than about 10 minutes. You guys find yourselves back at the Boar's Head. From here, you see a different waitress who comes up to you and, oh, hi, darlings. Well, y'all must be the ones them city guards was telling was gonna be here. Well, my name's Rich. I'm gonna be your innkeeper for the next few days. I'm also gonna be your room service, as it were. So come with me. We get you to your rooms, and you're free to do what you want. Mibu, maybe you can actually still perform tonight, which would make all the townsfolk here happy.
I would love that. Thank you.
All right. So he turns around and takes you guys upstairs. You know, this is just a normal human. He's got long hair, but he seems to be walking rather daintily. Outside of that, he's just got simple dress, pretty much like you would see with a normal innkeeper, waiter, waitress type. He takes you guys upstairs. There are 4 individual rooms for everyone. And he points out, well, I got 4 individual rooms here for you guys. And yeah, city's paying for each of these, so they're not exactly the best rooms we got in the building, but a place to lay down your head, and if you need to throw anything in there, well, you got a foot locker. Outside of that, that's about it. There's a piece of paper with an order menu on each of the tables, and if there's anything you need, you just simply mark it on that piece of paper. You leave it on your door, and I'll bring it to you, and we'll go from there. Y'all got any questions for me?
Nope.
No, that should do it.
Well, alrighty then. So, here's your keys. He hands each of you a key, tells you which room it is. All 4 rooms are identical, down to almost the strand of rug material. You can't even tell what material it is. It's just like, it's there, just as a cover. With that, he disappears, and you guys make your way downstairs. And are given a table in the main common area this time. You hear the music is not as prevalent as earlier, considering it was just a house band. But you see they start picking up another set and keep going in their typical halfling manner as the crowd is Mibu, as you would expected, is like, give us more! We want more music to go with our ale! So they're all demanding, so the band kicks back up. Mibu, you realize that your set unfortunately has gone out for the night. Thankfully your contract is secured, so you're still going to get paid your 2 gold commission for all of this. So with that, what do you 4 choose to do? You do notice that the sun is pretty much in its twilight hours. It's very dark outside. You notice that the day drinkers that were here earlier, especially Slag and Mibu, they are either passed out in a corner or they have shimmied out and staggered home.
Well, that little quote interrogation seems fun.
Yeah, it was certainly something.
I'm still a little bit confused on, like, what made that all happen.
Yeah,
Yo, Mac, thank you for the raid.
Yeah, man, my net's going crazy, so I just went.
Oh, yikes, dude.
I don't know.
I'm dropping frames and shit, and when my map, we change maps and stuff, it's locking up my stream. So I just threw it on at you. So.
Oh, that sucks, dude. I appreciate it though.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, does anybody have any idea what happened?
But the DM knows.
Oh, whoa!
Wow.
Culture shock, the DM knows!
Mind blown right there. I mean, the only people that would know, well, relatively, is you two, and I point to, Elsuza and Kovak, but seems a mystery to all of us now.
I'm gonna push it over to push the mysteriousness over to our owl friend and just say, yeah, Kowalka is very, very mysterious, huh? I feel like you might know a little bit more than you're letting on.
Oh, no, I was just in a cage and I was watching everything. I didn't see what happened because it wasn't near me.
Can I see if both of them are lying by chance?
I don't know. Does it appear like you guys are lying or trying to hide bits of truth?
I am not.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Yeah, tell you what, roll an insight check for me.
All right. That do.
Yeah, they look like they're being pretty truthful with what information. They look like they have no reason to hide it or really trying to hide anything.
All right.
I'm just glad I'm free. Not gonna be sold.
Yeah, like, how did you end up in that predicament, Kovac?
I don't really remember. I just know I got hit over the head, and then I woke up in the cage.
Oh, like, were you... And I kind of lean over a bit. Did you do something bad, or...
No,
Alright, if it's probably a hunter, got the wrong idea.
I mean, the guy did say he wanted to sell me, so he probably sold me and figured, hey, weird bird thing, money. Everyone keeps calling me weird.
Oh, well, you're not weird. I don't think you are, at least.
Random question for you, Mibu. Were you ever in, like, the Feywilds at all?
Yes, I was actually born there.
Sorry. Because out of character, these, like, owlins are native to Feywild.
Yes, they are.
I think maybe that's where my monastery was, because the guy said he never saw one in the mountains. But I knew I was in the mountains. That's where my monastery was. Maybe that's where I'm from.
I mean, it's quite possible. I've seen a few owl folk near my near my home back in the Feywilds, but I haven't seen many in this world, at least.
Well, I was reading books in the monastery about adventures, and I figured I'd try.
Well, you and me have the same goals then. I was getting tired of the boring life and wanted to see the world.
All right, and as the time and conversation goes on, the band starts dying down, going away, crowd starts going away, and it gets quiet, and your waitress comes up, and after, filling drinks and food, and, all right, y'all, well, tab's taken care of tonight, and your rooms are upstairs, so with that, it is my quitting time, because it is super late in the evening. Is there any last things I can get for you?
Are we having separate rooms, or are we bunking with everyone?
You were given one individual key for 4 separate rooms. And that was with the host earlier that took you guys upstairs.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, alrighty. Well, thank you guys, and you have a good night. Mibu, Slosh wants to chat with you in the morning about possibly playing a few extra times since you're stuck here. But he won't be back until the morning, so plus he owes you for what should have been tonight. But he did tell me to make sure to have you hit him up and go from there, okay?
Oh, no worries. It got chaotic this afternoon, so it's on me.
Well, chaotic is an understatement, and we totally understand that. So, realistically, when it comes to things like this, I mean, it happens, but it's not being held against you. You actually were a hero in a lot of eyes. So, But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go home and sleep and all that, and I will maybe see you guys tomorrow. We'll see what happens, okay?
As
Okay.
she says hero, you see Bibu just blush bright red and just tries to hide it with her sipping on her wine.
All right. So yeah, with that, the night winds down. Food and drinks are served. Tabs paid up. And yeah, that's gonna be that. You guys ultimately wind down the night. You close the bar essentially and make your way up to your rooms, where you get a good night's sleep. And that is going to be where we end tonight's session 1. We will pick up from here next week.
Just before
Woo!
Slag goes to sleep, he's gonna walk over to his foot locker and stick
Okay.
his foot inside, and then shake his head, and then just go to bed. Don't understand foot locker.
Love it.
Amazing.
Absolutely love it. Love it. Well, guys, thank y'all so much. We will pick up and continue from here next week and have all of the shenanigans. What else could happen? What's the relation of that symbol to this whole thing? Why were there zombies? What is this herb? A lot of questions to be answered, and we'll find out next week.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds good, yeah.
All right, so who else still streaming? I know Miles still streaming,
I am.
and Anna's still streaming. We'll
Yeah.
bring up a triple raid.
I'm on YouTube,
Yeah, name a
so
target.
I would,
Do
but
what?
I would, but I'm streaming on YouTube.
Oh, that's right, you're on YouTube. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
our session's on you. Oh, speaking of YouTube, so I forgot you're over there now.
Mhm.
VODs are gonna go to YouTube, everybody. So for those who want to end up watching later, not only do we have the VOD, we do have. Oh, I need to move that. That had a lot of stream information. Rip. And yeah, so we are going to yeah, we'll have that up here in a couple of days for everyone to be able to see continuing forward. I tell you what, let's Maya, let's hit up one of my fellow Juju partners and a guy that I love.
You got it.
Yerp. So let me get you. That is his username. And let's spool up this raid. You guys know him. You guys love him. I've raided him before. He's my buddy. I am the wizard, and we're gonna go raid this beautiful guy. So thank y'all for being here. Thank you, players, for an awesome session. We'll see you next week, Saturday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. All peace, all love. Good shite, dude. Good shite.
All right, well, thanks everybody so much for hanging out. I'll be back next week at 6 Central Time, and yeah, this was really fun.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Good job,
so
session 1. You guys have already derailed the story without even trying.
until then, I'll see you.